spicy, but it's very different to what I've been used to see. Because as you said as well, it's always been we take north, you take south, we take west, you take east, and this is more a little more macro played in or micro played in that aspect. But what I'm seeing is full Czech control on military island.
Yeah. This is they did have a couple drop there last time, obviously in 2.0, but it is going to be a full changeover. It is a 30 versus 30 as well, so we've lost a couple of players expected.
Seems like Cobra is one of them. Just chilling on the south side of military island.
Yeah, he may well be. Oh no!
Oh, there he is. There he is. We'll come back.
He's like, where the hell am I? Oh god! Whoops! Oh, I'm a long way from the circle. Oh no! Oh no! But the circle is very much in Czech control.
Yeah.
And it is well, I mean, we are on Erangel Classic, right? It's the standard circle.
It really is.
Outside of Yaz.
We can put it this way. I don't think any of these players have not seen this circle before.
Yeah.
It is very common. But I think both teams should be aware, at least right now, that no one went to Yasnaya. And I think Yasnaya, not saying it is, but it could end up being a very crucial control point of this circle. So I'm looking maybe at Czech Republic or maybe even Tuho and some of these Finnish players. If they can wrap around from the northern side and get more control south of the river, that's going to put their team in a really good position with the circles to come should they continue to go north.
Well, there's always that scary.
That's a word.
Scary point. Squarey. I don't know where my words are going today.
It's not circly, it's
scary. It's going to suddenly morph into a square. Scary moment of where, you know, they all pile into Yaz and then it pulls away from Yaz. And suddenly the whole team's scratching their heads like, anyone got any ideas? How do we get
no land ratio on this.
How do we get out of this?
So it could go anywhere.
It could go anywhere.
Yeah.
Which is good. You can go into that lake.
It is good fun.
I mean, that lake's one of the primary causes for the land ratio.
True.
Too many times we saw that. So okay. What's the realistic objective here for the Czech? Because they have control. So do they stick to where they are? Do they try and center up? Obviously, you got Heaven over to the right, along with Mansion. Further to the left, you've got the Team Liquid compound, and then obviously the fields. You've got a couple of yellows in there. I can see where Trog is. That's a strong compound as well. There's two big compounds around there.
Yeah.
Whether they split across and take that territory, or whether they try and stick to it. Oh, Okko's not on a good loot run, is he?
In general, just compound control. I mean, you dedicate 2 players to each area because every compound is also going to work as an outpost. No Finnish player is going to rotate on his own, so you'll always see 3, 4, 5 vehicles driving around. And if you spot that, you will have an idea of where the main forces might be headed. And that's going to function well for you. Ogno spots out Horseman in the open. And where's Horseman? Wish he had a horse right now.
Well, yeah, despite not having a DMR of any variety, he just thinks, you know what, I'll try and long range it with a Scar. And surprise, surprise, but it turns out with an SLR, it doesn't work out well for him.
It's as if the odds turned against him when his hollow is
I feel like
really.
I feel like for a moment, like that's that guy that's on your team, and you're just like, what are you doing? just
stop shooting me, goddammit! We saw Paige go down as the first player on the first game, and now it's Vasco gone down to start off. You know, he hasn't been flushed yet, so a little bit of a trade and return is coming in. No flushes on anyone just yet in this. See Vasco out here in the open should be able to get pressure. I think Gargi might want to commit it because, of course, he sees who he knocks, and that's a good kill to get early on.
You're gonna come and try and help? Yeah, maybe. I think so. Misa down to 2 as well.
Yeah.
Okko, by the way, the man with the scar did get knocked back there.
Yeah, he did get traded off there, but I mean, when you get a knock on one of the, you can't really say key players when there's 30 players on the team, but he is a very, very scary person to have against you for sure, Vasco. If you can get the flush on him early, you might want to commit a little extra, try and see if you can secure those points before things get out of hand.
Just broke the window there. Try to reload.
It was never there, was it?
No, nobody worried about that.
You can't break windows in cars anyway.
Clipping issues.
That's a whole discussion. Why can you break windows in houses when you can't break them in cars?
They're stronger.
But you can shoot people through the windows, so kind of defeats the whole purpose of the window in the car, don't it?
Yeah, quite.
Also, you can always lean out the windows, so were there ever windows to begin with? Imagine if you had to roll down the windows every time you wanted to lean out them.
Can you imagine the game engine if they have to start putting in all the bullet holes into each window and the cracked glass that has to come across every single car in the game as there's a shot goes, all these cracks. Suddenly, like, the car's driving along and it would just stop dead because everybody's trying to, like, everybody's computers are grinding to a halt, trying to figure out how the grass cracked when that bullet hit that spot.
Someday, man.
Let's not delay the game as much as it's in a good place right now. It's in a good place right now. We'll get in there. Okay. Well, the Czechs still hold the numbers advantage. Finland, I'm not sure about this wraparound round Potato Hill from the Czech here. This could go badly wrong from... I like what they're doing down Miltaway. That makes more sense to me. They go wide around Prison and then tuck in to the rest of their team. But Finland... They've got a couple of people coming behind. I think Mr. Venny is in all sorts of trouble there. Senix, I can see, is also going through.
I don't think they're aware that Finland has players in that forest area. They should be aware, but I don't think they are. Oh, and somehow they're getting
cruising through.
Yeah, why are they allowed?
I don't think
maybe that's...
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's Spike and Senix, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe that's one of those... There's like, why in the hell would there be a check?
How did they get through without anybody killing them?
You can only see 8 of your teammates. The others are just small blue dots on your map. Yeah. So when you hear a car and you're already 5,
you just assume it's
you're just like, that's gonna be a teammate. And then you keep going like, wait, what? That was an opponent? That's unfortunate because that was essentially 5 players that just allowed to safely get through to the other side.
And that's an easy area to catch people off guard. So. That's a mistake. And now look at Finland. Finland are going to get wrapped around here. This could go badly for them. Oh no, the Alamo is where it's happening.
He seems to be playing Twister. And they're completely mixed up.
Yeah, Libu's he's got behind the wall because he was getting shot from the other side. He has got some kind of... Is that from
6 more players just pulled? Are they continuing away?
They're just driving them by.
No help for you, Nova. It's too bad.
You need help? No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. In comes the help. Rostamar picked off by Tractor. So
okay, here's the artillery, or the cavalry.
Oh my word. There's no mess in there, just rush in. It's just one guy, run!
The SWAT team is there, it's a clean up, and, well, it seems like now Finland has the eastern side, except for the little chunk up on the very northeastern side, or I guess straight eastern side, that could potentially...
So this is decent. They've got the yellows and they've got Heaven, so they've got a decent cover, and they're also trying to grasp a chunk of the ditch sort of area around Yaz. So that's what Finland are trying to work towards. They've got to be careful with these little group of people in the ditch behind Heaven, which I think Anonymous is about to find. He's about to pass on by. There's the yellows we were talking about, so they've managed to get this committed to. So Finland in a good territory position, but it's pretty even still between the two. Czech very split. They have managed to capture the police station, etc. around Yasnaya, though.
But look at the circle mass, right? If Finland is committing to 3 positions, the yellows, the Heaven, and the south side compounds in Yasnaya, and they're giving Czech Republic the entire southwest side of the circle, that next circle could bounce back southwest, and it's going to be a three-peat of what we've seen in terms of Finland just not having any circle control. Now, oh my lord.
Oh, yes, okay. Well, that's good for Finland at the moment, but there's plenty of territory in Yasnaya that the Czech can just wrap around and get in there. That's not a worry for them.
The Czech just
yet, Mucka. They have gone yeehawing into those yellows. Nades, mollies, throw them all out if you got them. Mikaz catching one. Cobra goes down. Mikaz is caught out, though. They are completely against the number here. Jupis goes down. Mucka's the last man. Look at the nades coming in towards him. They're actually going towards... Mikaz there. I don't
There's no cavalry arriving. There's no cavalry. Like, all the Finnish players backed off and committed to Yasnaya. Even when they saw them crash in and they were around, there were 6 or 7 players that could have come to help Finland, but they backed off.
Blown the door off. Now they've got support. Thadlad and Co. Yeah, good to come around the side. They're chasing Thadlad down. Mucka comes out, gets some flushes one, but will get taken down by Spike. And I think Finland are going to lose out in numbers. They've got a lot of fire coming in from support. They did have Digger come in to try and help out. Now, Jupe's gone down, so Digger's the last man standing over here for Finland at the yellows. He's got Thadlad over the side. No, Thadlad's gone as well. So, Digger's just trying to stay quiet as a mouse. Maybe he's just going to hop in the car and get the hell out of there. I would.
Might just want to see if he can. Seems like...
I don't think he's going to be out of evac quick enough.
Yeah.
Ocko getting naded by his teammates.
Thank you, by the way.
And now Digger pops out and gets his 6.
They will stay put for now. You can see the remaining players that were up in Yasnaya before. The few from Czech Republic has managed to push down towards them and help. Digger, he does get taken out. And they're now sitting at a 4-player deficit. And, well, again, if this next circle doesn't go south side Yasnaya, because any north side Yasnaya is technically almost Czech control. So if this circle doesn't go south side Yasnaya, it's going to be really difficult for Finland to get anywhere.
Well, they are pinned. And this is what we were talking about, the fact there is... I mean, Yaz is a massive place. They've wrapped around to those yellows. This is good, though, for them. But the problem is, okay, you got this little group in this ditch at the moment, where Rustamar and Co are, the little Harry Potter here. I mean, actually, it's pretty good. I like this. This is a pretty good fortified ground.
It is.
The thing for...
It's not going to get breached.
I think for the Czech is... Their best approach is almost to take those apartments out.
I think Czech just waits on the south side of the circle and hopes for a shift.
Just wait for it. Wait to see what happens. But they are getting picked apart from range. There's a lot of DMR action going on from Finland because obviously with all those apartments, they've got so many windows to shoot out of into that field.
I think you got to gang up right now and set up that could be spearhead into Yasnaya if it becomes a necessity. You leave those.
Oh my God! Are they committing? Someone's just sent it. They've gone for the Harry Potter. Elwin's there. He's got a round, he's got a knock. He's absolute madman.
They can't allow.
Kind of worked out for him, though. Now, has it been enough? Look at this. They're sending it. Czech are piling in with more. They're coming in with vehicles. They're arriving. They're just absolutely committing. I'm not convinced by this one, but it may well work out. Czech has got down. Rustamar is going off in the crate. They finally get him down. They had to commit the numbers, but I think they may have taken it out. Misa's the last man up there.
This was everything Finland had that wasn't Yasnaya. They needed this for if the circle shifts away, and now they've completely given it up. The thing is, it's so damn difficult to rotate out of those apartments. You're up the top floors. You cannot jump out the windows. You cannot get in the car. Misa's down. Misa's dead. I mean, there's no way in hell
he's got no body armor.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No way he gets out of here alive.
Well...
Committing to those apartments is so hard to make those reactive plays fast. Because if you're on the second or third floor, you need to like run down the zigzag stairs, get out, get in your car, drive all the way around, find the hole in the fence, and then get up to the wizard tower. It takes too long, and they couldn't respond to it in time.
I did not expect it to work out though. I thought they had good vision there.
There he is. Misa down.
Misa down. Gagi gets in with the nade. Second one goes in. Confirms. So. Finland down to 14, just holding the edges, and they are really spread out. They want to take this into a skirmish and try and see if they can point-blank win in fights, but they are going to get overrun. For the Czech, what they need to do is simply two-man up everywhere they go. So they always have the numbers advantage. Yeah. Odstrolovac going around the side, he's going to be working one down. Anonymous is trying to hold the angle, I think. Pro player on the side as well.
At this point, Finland is essentially banking on a Yasnaya shift. That's all they can hope for.
Yeah, that's
it has to shift north now, or they're screwed.
I really like this as well. I'm seeing Spike at the back. He's just sort of covering off. He's getting himself the crate, telling everywhere to go. Fanning out there, fanning out right. Don't go straight to the apartments. That's where they're all sat. And they have the east and the west of Yasnaya covered off. They have the south covered off. If it pulls south, well, Finland can consolidate in the couple of apartment blocks still here. They can get across. Zamping's been picked off, and this is the worry. You've got to be careful. They don't keep losing out in these little one-on-one fights that happen in here, there, and everywhere. Pixel takes him down. Odstrolovac comes in. He does the job. It was Novik, actually, that got the initial knock. And another one falls. Finland forced into these few apartments, and they were also being pressure from the side. And these apartments, they're not easy to hold, actually. Everybody's been in a situation where you're fighting these. It's not the best. Odstrolovac, that was a nice shot from Kajuti. The problem is, though, there's going to be no follow-up. Unless somebody... Is Novik going to go over to res him?
That was new blood headshot, by the way. New blood headshot.
Yes, they've had the new patches, right? The new hotfix today.
Yeah. A little more visible. There were some complaints from people, and there were some counter complaints from other people. But
they've just left him. Odstrovac's being left to die.
Yeah, seems like there's no resurrection opportunity for him.
Kajuti just got bandaged. I mean, this actually might be a problem for Finland.
They're getting pinned in. Like, they're getting pinned into a very few. So, like, the buildings. And it's not going to end in those compounds anyway, so they'll have to leave at some point. They will have 3 doors and 3 windows to get out of. And that's, Czech probably just be sitting, I've got to get out there at some point. Just waiting for him.
But the problem is Czech, they're very splintered in their attack on these apartments. Very single-minded at the moment. So got to be careful they don't overcommit and get caught out, because there is a numbers advantage actually inside Jasnaya for Finland. Because majority of Czech's numbers are down south.
I would assume that Spike is being very direct and saying, guys, hold them, don't push them.
Yeah.
Like, make sure they don't leave those apartments, but don't go die trying to hold them there. Because essentially they only have 200 square meters to run around them right now. And they're just sitting on the corners trying to...
But they're losing numbers. This is my point. Czech are losing numbers here.
But they have the numbers to lose right now.
Oh, nice nade. That was a nice nade. He knew he was going to have to run back. Caught him out there. Tavo's been caught down now.
Good read.
They're trying to flush them as well. Kajuti is getting 2v1. Pushed around the side. Okay, he's going to back out. Has he got the support he needs as he makes a run for it? Czech are going. There's Dodik's moving in. So they're trying to come from every angle now. Sunka's gone down. They're starting to feel they have the advantage as Novik pushes around. Ooh. This is still dangerous. They are forced into almost one apartment at the moment. Sakura gets another. Willu gets another. It's still very dangerous for them. Willu finally goes down. They are losing the numbers advantage. 17-9. That's going to switch in a moment because there was a couple more down there for the Czech Republic. They need to get those back on their feet.
This should be a call for
Here's
Czech
the circle
Republic to
shift,
hold the horse, back off, do not fight. Everyone get your butts out to that wizard tower and wait for the finish push out. There should be no reason for any Czech players to go down from between now to when this circle starts closing in.
Yeah, the 5 players that are in the top north side here are literally they're just a brush. They're sweep them forward, just keep moving them forward. And this is the kill line. Everybody has to come in towards them. Finland are in all sorts of trouble. It's going to be 3-0, and Finland
they need to pull off magic. They need to pull off absurd magic to bring this one home.
The Czech Republic really looking very impressive. Here we go, sending it in with a buggy to a hay bale. That's really all you can do.
Where do you go? Fortunately, you can't destroy the hay bales because we're on 1.0, right?
Yeah,
that's the only
positive
they have to work with, and it's not a lot. And the thing is, as you can see, I talked about the walls. You're pinned in between 4 or 5 different, very specific, like 5-meter wide exits. And these guys are just tunneling their 6 exits on those like small windows.
I feel like Pixlet just got shot by his own teammates there.
Most likely. When he was in the area of Finnish players.
Yeah, well, he's nailing them. He's getting the perfect flank on them all.
Guys, stop it. Stop it. I'm trying to be incognito over here.
So now everyone that was behind Finland did get taken down.
They're dead.
Which is why it's 13-4. Which is why Czech did lose players, but they still have the numbers. It was worth these 4 players, they can't do anything about this now. They're all dead men. Lost HD goes down. 3 left.
They were up 20-11, and every 1 player they lost gave them essentially 30 more seconds of control of them being pinned in. Like, they were sheep herders. So, like, they were the dogs herding sheep into that very corner building, and they got them.
Sakura's been doing work, but there's nothing left just to get him. Tovo and Sakura.
This isn't
4 kills for Tovo. I think he is just going to nade himself. Yep, that's it. He's done.
The one at mid-defeat.
Boom.
Would have been nice if it was Mika sitting in that building in the end there. Like, I will go down with my ship.
The bunny suit.
3-0.